friend. Mark Martin here. Why in the world would we start with values when we're talking about habits? What exactly do values have to do with habits? Habits are simply behaviors that have been repeated until they become automatic. Well, to understand the role of values in habits, first we have to start with a quick review of the habit loop model. Let's use our ABCs again. Antecedent, behavior, consequence, and we're going to add a MO called motivating operations in the beginning. So you have to have the want to do it. There's an antecedent, the trigger, the behavior, and then a consequence positive that leads to being repeated. So simplify the habit model then to call it H equals MTAR. So what does that mean? Habit is the behavior sequence, the loop, that has been repeated and repeated and repeated. It consists of four components, M, T, A, R. M is the motivation. It doesn't cause the behavior to occur, but it increases the probability that the behavior will occur. For example, you want to lose weight, you're motivated. You're hungry, you want something to eat. T is the trigger, it's the prompt, the cue. There's fresh fruit on the counter. Or you're driving by and you see McDonald's. It's a trigger for action, which is the A. That's the behavior that has two characteristics. It's easy to do, and you have the ability to do it. And R is the reward. It has to be immediate, and it needs to be intense, done with strong emotion. It doesn't have to be loud, but it has to be done with conviction. The MTAR sequence, motivation, trigger, action, reward, is repeated over and over and over until it becomes automatic, until it becomes a habit. So, where do values fit in? You say, I want to lose weight. So all I need to do is set a goal, develop a healthy habits, and do them until I meet my goal, right? Wrong. Values are the heart and soul of the small step approach. Values give our life direction and purpose. Values are the North Star that guide you to your life worth living. Values are the things we care about in life. They provide purpose and meaning, and they are the motivating factors behind the goals we set. Values are like the compass pointing the way. Values are not the same as goals, but the two are very closely related. Values are here and now, while goals are in the future. Goals are always something you are striving for, aiming for. In step 1, we clarify your values. And then in step 2, we'll identify both your long and short-term goals. But our focus first is on living our values at each moment, here and now. Russ Harris, in a wonderful book called The Happiness Trap, which is linked on below, uses a simple metaphor of two kids in a car to clarify the difference between values and goals. Imagine, there are two kids in the back of the car and mom is driving them to Disneyland. It's a 3-hour trip. And one kid says every 5 minutes, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" Mom is getting annoyed, the kid's frustrated, they're snapping at each other, lots of tension in the air. The other kid is looking out the window, waving at the other cars, noticing with great interest all the towns, the farms, the factories that they're driving past. Now, both kids reach Disneyland at the same time, and they have a great time while they're there. But only one kid has a rewarding journey. Why? Because he wasn't focused on the goal. He was also exploring, traveling, learning about the world outside. He was living his values. Another important point about goals and values is that they should be in alignment. If a healthy lifestyle isn't something you truly value, Your goals in this area are unlikely to elicit the sustained energy required to complete them. You can have a goal of losing 60 pounds, but why is it important to you? Is it because other people tell you that you should lose weight? Is it just to look better? But if you value healthy and active living, then that makes for a great guide for your behavior. On any day, you can choose to eat vegetables instead of a hamburger, or go for a walk instead of watching TV. When you do those things, you win. You are behaving consistently with your values in the moment. You don't have to wait for the pounds to come off to live your values. If, however, you only have the goal of losing weight, what happens when you achieve your goal? You lose your weight? Well, for most people, you gain it right back again. Do you stop trying to be healthy once you achieve your goal? But what if you don't reach your goal, or the numbers on the scale don't go down for a week or a month? Has your value of being active and healthy changed? No. Goals may be useful, but they are much more likely to be productive when they are guided by values. Now, you have values in many different areas of your life. I've clustered them in 4 areas for simplicity's sake: relationships, work/education, personal interests, and health. Health is often an area we think of as an extra. It's something that's added on. It's not the most important thing. We'll get to it once we've taken care of the other things. Once I get my good job is going and I get enough money to buy this house I want, or I'll focus on being a really good relationship with my kids. That's more important than my health. But our focus here is on health because it is the critical area that the others depend on. If you are sick in bed, you'll be less able to express friendship and love. If you want to have a wonderful long-term relationship with your partner, your kids, and your grandkids, it's difficult to do that if you're not in good health. You cannot maintain good work behaviors or pursue leisure interests if you're unhealthy. Healthy lifestyle behaviors are critical in living a total valued lifestyle. The long-term consequences of unhealthy behaviors include sickness, reduced cognitive functioning, decreased emotional well-being, and reduced physical functioning. Ask yourself the following question: how will living a healthy lifestyle help me develop friendship and love? How will living a healthy lifestyle help me positively influence the world? How will living a healthy lifestyle help me give and find joy? The starting point is to first clarify what your healthy lifestyle value direction is. Then identify what are the long-term and short-term goals that define what those particular values are. So let's start with a downloadable worksheet to help you begin to explore your values. It's on the link below. I want you to complete the worksheet, Life Without Health Concerns, and write for 5 to 10 minutes what you imagine your life would be like if you had no concerns about your health. Try to focus on what really matters to you deep down inside. I put down 6 areas for you to think about: nutrition, physical activity, sleep, stress management, cognitive growth, and social relationships. Remember, these are the 6 areas of a healthy lifestyle I talked about in my previous video. What is a healthy lifestyle? Suspend reality for several minutes and imagine you can remove all your sources of dissatisfaction. Now, pause the video, download, and do the exercise. Okay, welcome back. What was different about your life as you imagined it? A useful way to think about values is like the directions on a compass. Value statements are like directions. You need to know where you are going. A potential value statement in the area of healthy living might go like this: I value being active and engaged. I value being mindful. I value being mindful of how my behaviors affect my health. I value nourishment and self-care. I value to do these things to foster my long-term health. Spend some time thinking about what your specific healthy lifestyle values are. Now we are ready for the fun part. Dreaming big and then getting very specific and identifying potential value habits that we will start forming. But that will have to wait until next time when I go to step 2, identify your goals. That is your long-term outcomes and very specific positive examples of your long-term dream and goals. But first, the recommended reading. I made reference to it earlier. It is Russ Harris's The Happiness Trap, How to Stop Struggling and Start Living. This is a guide to approach that underpins all of my approaches to a healthy lifestyle. It is a guide to acceptance and commitment training, ACT. ACT, it's pronounced as one word, ACT. This approach helps us to start living our life according to acceptance and valued actions. This is a very informative but fun book to read, and again, the link is below. Now, the question of the day for you. What place does healthy living have in your values? How can you prioritize healthy living values while still doing the other things that are important to you? Please think about that. So, that's it for this time. Next time, we'll identify particular healthy habits or habits that you want to start to develop. I hope you found some of what I just talked about interesting and informative. There's a lot more to come that I think you will like. If so, hit the like and subscribe button below and turn on that little bell next to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future topics. I know you will really love them. Well, thanks for watching. And please leave any comments you might have or suggestions for topics you'd like to see covered. I'd really appreciate that. So, until we meet again, just keep on trucking.